Today's Labor Day, by the time I'm video recording this, and summer is just about over, and thank God, because that heat has been a bitch. But I did get, I'm going to review a bunch of movies that I've seen in theaters this summer, and the movies I've watched recently on Blu-ray. Well, except for one, because I haven't watched it yet. I got this at Walgreens a while back. It was like 2 for $14 Blu-ray. This was sealed. It's Race to Witch Mountain. It's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on it. It's a Disney film. I have yet to see it, but I'll let you know what I think of it eventually. Another film I got with that, the 2 for $14, is a cult classic, and it's probably one of the best comedy films ever made, The Breakfast Club. And I watched this recently, and it holds up so well. I can see why it's considered a classic. Not to mention, that chick is from Short Circuit, another one of my favorite films. And she's just fucking crazy in that movie. I love her in this movie. And the cast is great, especially Judd Nelson as John Bender, and he's just a crazy son of a bitch in this movie. I highly recommend getting this. Another movie I watched recently, and I love it, and I think it's Michael Bay's best film since Bad Boys 2, is Pain and Gain. And it comes in a red, this is a special edition, it comes in a red sexy case. Too bad there's only an hour of bonus features. I wish there was more special features, but it's better than nothing. And it's better than the other Bad Bones release that I didn't get. And all I know is The Rock is crazy in this movie. He says that's what might be one of the best movie quotes in history. Jesus Christ has blessed me with many gifts. One of them is knocking someone the fuck out. That's what he said in that movie after he beat the shit out of Tony Shalhoub. Poor Tony Shalhoub, he gets screwed over big time in this movie. But this is supposedly based on a true story, and it's just messed up what these people go through to try to steal money from this rich bastard. Not to mention they committed gruesome murders on accident, and there was 2 guys that were sentenced to life in prison, death, and this other guy that The Rock played, he was only sentenced 10 years to prison because he confessed. But this is a great movie. I recommend getting this. Another film I recommend getting is Super 8. And it takes place in the late 70s, and it's about these kids trying to film a movie, a cheesy horror film, and next thing you know, there's like this mysterious train crash, and they had like this mysterious alien that escaped, and a bunch of stuff was disappearing, including people. And this is probably one of the most films I've seen in a long time. I mean, it is so good. It's from J.J. Abrams. This is the film he did after Star Trek, the reboot, which is amazing. As well as its amazing sequel, and I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with the next Star Wars film. I swear to God, I can't wait to see what he's going to do with the next Star Wars film. I'm so excited, especially after watching this movie and the 2 Star Trek movies he did. This is an excellent film. I highly recommend it. Now, the next 3 films I only saw in theaters. And I'm just going to put top 3. What? I'm busy, Dad! I'm busy! Okay, number 3 film I saw this year is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The new film that was produced by Michael Bay. And I gotta tell you, it's not as good as the Transformers or the other films I've seen, but it's still a damn good movie. And Megan Fox, that's probably her best role since Jennifer's Body. She plays April O'Neil, and the only thing that's controversial that pissed some fans off, and this is a spoiler alert, is she used to have the Turtles and Master Splinter as pets. And and her father worked at a mutagen place, and they're like, long story short, she's their savior, and it's controversial, but I like it. It's different. It is a good movie. And the visual effects are nuts, especially the snow mountain sequence. Oh my god, that was insane. That is a good movie. Another film, number 2 movie, is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And it's not as good as Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's 10 times better! I mean, that movie is so good. I mean, the music soundtrack is a masterpiece, which is done by Michael Giacchino. Not only does it emotional depth, emotional scenes, but he also does throwback music to the old Planet of the Apes movies, and all hell breaks loose between the apes and the humans, and it's just insane stuff, and it's one of the best films I've seen in a long time. It is an excellent film. Last but not least, perhaps the biggest film of the year so far, and honestly the best, Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it was directed by James Gunn, and it definitely felt like a James Gunn film, despite being PG-13. And it is probably the most hardcore film Disney has ever distributed under Marvel. I mean, there's a ton of curse words. It's not very kiddie. I mean, it's for kids, but it's not kiddie. I mean, it is insanely awesome. You got Dave Bautista as this crazy son of a bitch that's wanting to go after Ronan for killing his family. You got Zoe Saldana as that sexy green chick. And you have that dude Chris Pratt, who plays that character Star-Lord. And he's a crazy son of a bitch. And you got these two characters that are completely CGI, named Groot and Rocket. Groot's played by Vin Diesel, and all he says is, "I am Groot." And he does it in different emotions too. And Rocket Raccoon, he might be the craziest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life. That little fucker is just insane. He looked like a real raccoon. I mean, the CGI and special effects are incredible. And if these goddamn snooty bastards at the Academy of Arts and Sciences don't give it best visual effects at the next year's Oscars, they're just a bunch of snooty bastards. Fuck them to hell. It is an excellent film. Go see it now. Yeah, while you still can. Worst case scenario, wait for the Blu-ray. It is an amazing film. So that's the stuff I've been seeing, and I have the Amazon stuff already, but it's not completed yet, so I gotta wait for one more movie to come. So that's gonna have to wait, but till next time, bitches.